discovered a secret underground temple beneath the haveli, a hidden sanctum built to trap cursed souls. The trio followed a ghostly heartbeat, only to discover gravestones bearing their names. One of them, Ryan's, was already cracked, as if fate had already made a decision. Alina heard ghostly whispers offering a chilling choice: choose him or death. As the walls bled and the temple trembled, the haveli revealed its true nature, not just haunted, but alive, a sentient force burning with rage. And Ryan had been marked. Welcome to episode 6 of Haunted Love, Shadow of Love. This chapter pulls you deeper into the heart of the curse. Ryan bleeds from phantom wounds, Henry begins speaking in a female voice, and Alina discovers a cursed wedding invitation with Ryan's name etched in blood. A vow was made long ago. A bride was betrayed, and now she's returned. You don't break a vow with the dead and expect to walk free. If I can't live in your heart, then I'll live in your blood. From the cursed journal of the forgotten bride, the mirror had shattered into 1,000 pieces, yet its presence still lingered in the air like a scream that never ends. Dust danced in the flickering candlelight as Ryan stood frozen before the broken gravestone bearing his name. Alina gripped his hand tightly. "This is not just a haunting," she whispered. This is a wedding that never ended." The trio emerged from the underground temple, breathless and shaken. The haveli felt different, now heavier, darker. Even the air groaned with memory. As they tried to rest, a rusted drawer in the bridal room creaked open by itself, revealing an ancient wedding invitation torn, burned at the edges, and written in 2 inks, one gold and one dark red. The names had long faded, all but one, Ryan. Alina turned to him, her voice barely audible. "What if this isn't your first time here?" That night, she heard a woman sobbing through the walls. But when she followed the sound, the sobs turned into laughter. Henry was growing pale and restless. He no longer looked at Alina or Ryan directly. Instead, he stared at his own hands, whispering to himself. During dinner, he suddenly stood and spoke in a woman's voice. "He said forever, so why did he leave?" Ryan lunged toward him, but Henry shoved him with unnatural strength. Then, just as suddenly, he collapsed. The possession had begun. Alina poured salt lines around the room and lit sage found in the attic, trying to protect them. But the bride was already inside, not just in their minds, but in their memories. That night, a hidden door revealed itself behind the bridal painting. It led to a narrow hallway lined with mirrors, each one showing a different time. In one, Ryan knelt in a shawani, holding a ring. In another, Alina stood as a bride, smiling at someone who wasn't Ryan. And in the final mirror, they saw themselves, in the present. Behind them stood the ghost bride weeping, whispering, "I kept my vow, now it's your turn." Suddenly, Ryan's chest began to bleed the same spot where a dagger had pierced him in one of the mirror visions. Alina dug deeper into the bride's diary. The bride's name was Zara. She had loved a man named Arib who had promised to marry her, but on the night of their wedding, he never came. Humiliated, cursed, and heartbroken, Zara died by suicide inside the haveli, still in her bridal dress, still waiting. Arib never returned, because he was reborn. Alina turned to Ryan. "He was you. The haunting wasn't random. It was revenge. And it wasn't just spiritual, it was personal." As the candles flickered out and the haveli shook with rage, Zara's ghost finally appeared in full, twisted, beautiful, and bleeding, her eyes sewn shut, floating inches above the ground. She whispered, "This time, you won't leave me." The door slammed shut. Ryan tried to move, but his body wouldn't respond. A force was pulling him back into the past, into the night he left her. As the final mirror shatters, and the ghost bride appears in full form floating, eyes sewn shut, her lace soaked in blood, she speaks her vow. This time, you won't leave me. Ryan is frozen trapped, not just in the haveli, but in a memory that may not be his, or one from a life he once lived. Is Zara the bride he abandoned in another lifetime? The past is no longer resting in peace. It's coming back for revenge. Next episode, the wedding that never happened. Subscribe now and stay with us, because some vows never die.